rising and falling action is the key to a good platformer level. If you just have rising action or you just have a constant action, not gonna work. And there have been Mario games with... that sucked. There have been Mario games that have had levels that are just nothing but constant action all the way through with no breaks. You see a lot of these in Mario Galaxy especially. But they're very short. There's several screens. You don't have to... they're not a gauntlet like this. What's a good example? Stone Cyclone Galaxy. There was a level in Mario Galaxy 2 called Stone Cyclone. It was just this giant level full of thwomps, and it was really, really difficult. And then there was a similar part of a level in Mario Galaxy 1 that was like that. And it was difficult, but it was difficult because of the way the platforms were aligned and the way that the parts of the level moved. It wasn't difficult because it threw a bunch of turtles that home in on your exact location at the same time as a fireball guy and a saw blade guy, etc., etc. Oh, crap. Oh, good. You died. Finally, some random death in the game worked in my favor for once. Oh, you can't... How come I didn't make that jump? This is my last life. I don't know, dude. I think if I don't win the level this time, I think I'm kind of done with you and your stupid level, D-Bones. You suck. Your level sucks. Your 8 red coins level sucked. And I hope they don't let you do any more levels in future projects. I hope they watch this and say, Brickroad is right, D-Bones is a bad person, and he deserves bad things to happen to him. Come on, last turtle. Last turtle. God damn it! I've never played with Super RMN Bros. I, have never loaded it up to look at what the editor looks like, but I'm betting it has like a palette on one side of the screen with all your monsters. So what D-Bones did is he clicked that, and he just clicked on the turtle one, and then he clicked like 19 times on the screen, so there's a bunch of turtles everywhere. No, that was a terrible, terrible level. That was poorly designed, and I said that there are engine troubles, and that's true. The engine's very buggy, very laggy. But at some point, as a designer, you have to know that the tools you're working with are not exactly up to task for what you're trying to do with them. You have to know when to dial it back. And D-Bones, and then to a lesser extent, Max McGee in his level with the checkpoints that didn't work or whatever, didn't learn that lesson. A little bit of trivia. Mario, part of his character design is his mustache. He's got this big, bushy Italian plumber mustache, and he's very iconic. The reason he has a mustache, and this is true, is because when they drew his original sprite in the very, very first Mario Bros. Game, they did not have enough pixels to draw his nose on his face. So they drew him a little tiny mustache so the player would know that this character has a nose. He didn't originally intend to have a nose. That wasn't the intention of Mario from the beginning. But that's where it had to go, because they identified, okay, our engine is not going to create the character we want. So what kind of character can we create? Well, we can create a guy with a mustache. That we can do. So that's what they did. So what I'm getting at here is at some point D-Bones needed to say, okay, I want to have a level with just tons and tons of those homing turtles, and I want thwomps, and I want a lava lake. But at some point you have to look at the level and say, okay, this is not working. Break Bowser's Blockade by the GreatRedSpirit. His previous level was not bad. But I can't get into it. What the heck? Yeah, I can't even get into your level, dude. So I guess I'm not playing it. Well... Dark Kingdom by Solitayre. Solitaire's previous level impressed me. I enjoyed it. Let's see if it works again. But no, at some point you have to look at the engine you're working with and say, this is not going to work anymore. I have to dial it back some. And these guys especially should know, because it's very, very common in RPG Maker games. The whole point of RPG Maker since 2000, when the program was first translated, was what can I do with this engine that pushes the engine to its boundaries, but is still workable? And some people were great at it. Some people did a great job identifying something they wanted to do, which is going to be tricky to pull off, but would A, be possible, and B, be playable. Some people didn't. Some people tried to do things that the engine really could not handle in any sense of the word. And their games, while technically impressive, were not fun to play, and that's exactly why. Come on, how about a mushroom? The first box in the level is supposed to be a mushroom. You guys, this is Mario Basic Level Design 101. Give the player a frickin' mushroom. Oh. Oh my goodness. I wanted to play the game until I got 44 stars, but I guess since there's a level I can't enter at all, that's not going to happen. So, I'm going to finish this level, and then I'm going to see if there's any other levels that I skipped. I don't think I've skipped any. There might have been... there might be another one in World 8 that I haven't played yet. But then it's going to be the end of Super RMN Bros. I'm not going to finish D-Bone's level because I don't care to. I don't think he's going to do anything that I want to see anyway. And we're leaving this Let's Play on a very sour note, because I've been doing nothing but complain for 24 straight minutes on this set of videos. So, I love indie games, you know, but there has to be a sense of, not professionalism, I don't want to say professionalism, playability, definitely. Because look at this. If your game doesn't work, you can't release it. And if your game works but isn't fun, you shouldn't release it. And yes, fun is subjective, blah blah blah, everybody has their own opinions and their own ideas of what a fun game is, but at some point, you reach a point where you're literally making a game that the majority of your players is going to find unfun, and at that point you have done them all a disservice. This level's not really unfun. This level is just very, very difficult. Okay, this part of the level might be unfun. Okay, I did not intend for that to happen, but it happened, and I'm not gonna complain about that. That was kind of cool. Brickroad, you laughed! You're bouncing back! That was a joyful sound! No! I lost my shell, and then I lost my life. So much for joyful sound. And especially considering if I lose all my guys, I have to hit the switches again, climb all the way back through the giant long hug level,